100% what that whole situation is. If he's just a ringer, if he happens to actually be trying out, I don't know. But, not their 5-man full roster by any means as far as recently. Anyways, we're moving along here on Breaking CBK, joined by Swindle once again. And here we are, Swindle. We are moving along nicely. Warbeast first pick, coming out by Too Much Sugar. By the way, they banned Scout and Dampier with their bans.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And do you know what did Excellent ban?
Keeper and Prisoner.
Keeper and Prisoner. Interesting. See, neither team running Ravnar. I don't know what these guys are doing. they're really behind the times right now.
Right.
The Warbeast first pick. I haven't seen that in a while. I think he was unpicked in the first game, if I'm not mistaken. May have been blind banned, though.
I think he was first banned, actually, in the first.
Really?
Band, so
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised. Both of these teams have kind of an innate fear of him, and they both run him a little bit. So
yeah.
They've got a strong lineup thus far on tmsR, like Warbeast, Rally, Engineers, just a really formidable combination because you've got a lot of different things you can do with that. Suicide the Warbeast, short lane the Warbeast, do a dual lane mid with the Engie Rally. You can do just totally different things. The Lodestone MOA, I'm not a huge fan of. That's like much weaker in the very early stages of the game.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking tmsR is going to try and just play a very aggressive game with the Warbeast. And if not, I'll be very surprised.
We'll
Once
see.
again, Ophelia Tempest still, not banned, not anything. Keeper was taken out, but I mean, there's a lot of good stuff left.
Yeah, the Parasite Keeper or Parasite Affiliate, they were left open initially. Parasite definitely got banned, eventually got banned last game, I should say. But yeah, all the way to the very last pick where Ophelia was picked up by Team X, and of course Tempest when unpicked for that matter. So we'll see if maybe some similarities here. Glacius is going to be a supportive choice over here on Team Excellence side. So now into the bans we go. For tmsR here. Maybe a couple of carries going to be banned down. I mean, they do ban Bubbles right there. Bubbles is definitely a solid hero against Warbeast, so taking away that option from Excellent here. They already got Lodestone, of course, but could run both. Ophelia, actually, in response. So, yeah, the extra push being banned. But so we're probably going to end up banning Tempest as well then, if you're Team Excellent here.
Yeah,
Good
it's
chance.
Trying to think of what they really want to do here. Bubbles Ophelia taken out. They have a lot of options, to be honest, but I'm trying to. I don't really know what they're going for. Like Glacius MOA picked up could be like the dual lane mid, but I'm thinking it's more a dual support strategy, and I don't really like that against a Warbeast because you can't really shut him down that effectively, and you're de facto gonna lose mid because you're playing against a Warcry, and it's just you really just can't win, especially since Legion has a slight advantage in mid just due to the easy camp stacking plus the rune, or rather the blocking is easier. So I am not really sure what they're gonna do, to be honest, because I just feel like if they do a dual support, they're gonna come out behind, but I don't know. Glacius MOA really not the greatest for mid, so I don't really know the direction they're going in their draft. tmsR, I'm guessing, will take a jungler and a short laner, and I think they've got, and that's a lineup I think we ran in old SG like countless times. You just run the dual lane mid, Warbeast long, jungler, and then some like DS Tort type hero in the short lane just to kind of solidify the push. So I would not be surprised to see them do something like that.
Yeah, the excellent ban of Dark Lady kind of throws me off a little bit, but then you got Tempest with that final ban. Again, we're talking about that. But yeah, Sand Wraith is left open, and well, there's that carrier choice, so that is setting up still to be that. Well, I mean, so Parasite is their only option now as far as the jungler that we're used to seeing, at least. So we'll see if that. I mean, he's not your pushing jungler though. He's not a Tempest or Ophelia or a Keeper. So do you still think that they probably will finish off with Parasite here, or maybe going to go a different route now because of what happened?
I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I think tmsR will probably finish with a support 100%. I just don't think you run this Sandwraith short lane. I don't really think that that's very valuable. The xCet decision, they go Zephyr. Interesting. Haven't seen that hero in a long time.
Yeah.
And that's a great example of one of those heroes that's like sort of a counter. Like that hero kind of gets countered and counters the opposing team's lineup. Because if a Zephyr snowballs properly, gets that early demonic, and the Vestment Vanguard or Vestment Helm of the Black Legion, of course, like he won't really take any damage. But if he doesn't get those items and Warbeast gets a Shrunken, Sandwraith gets whatever items he chooses to go, like he'll just get torn to pieces because of his innate low base armor.
Yeah.
He's much better as an anti-carry against ranged heroes because he can reflect their attacks. It does not, or I guess he gets evasion, I believe.
Yeah, the evasion.
Yeah, okay. So he has the evasion, but ranged heroes like that you can actually like do more damage to yourself when you get enough items.
Yeah.
So that would be, very bad for him.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna have to worry about that, which is really big, honestly, for this team because they have so much melee on the Legion side. I don't know. It could go either way. I like the Fade to finish, though. It gives them a lot of map control, and that's a really big deal against the Sandwraith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so last pick in that Fade right there. I mean, you still had heroes like a Pebbles was even on the board, but yeah, valuing the Fade here. That's maybe sick because of that map control especially. So the announcer says, let's get it on. We got game number 2 now taking place. Again, tmsR obviously up 1-0 here in this best set of 3. So yeah, a little bit different of a pick with a Zephyr. Haven't seen him in a while, at least consistently. So
I liked tmsR's lineup at the start, but I don't really think finishing with a Luna Sandwraith is the direction either of us foresaw with the close of this draft, and I just don't really see the synergy of it all. Like they have a lot of late game, but they don't really have much anti-push. They don't have anyone who can really clear stacks early on, and they went rally too. So I mean, he's in essence just physical damage.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
I'm unsure of whether or not that is like the right choice here. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm you're thinking of the support. I mean, I believe something like an empath was even still left on the board as a possibility for them to want to go maybe a more synergy-like support hero with a Sandwraith. But yeah, the ban is. I think if the Tempest wasn't banned, then maybe it's a different story here. But yeah, maybe that. But still, it's not like that caught them off guard by any means. They definitely knew that could have happened, and it did. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out though for tmsR. Haxer ain't going to be on the Sandwraith. He's currently at the bottom lane. You see at the top side, you got Rally Engineer Luna up here. Counterwood right away. That's always difficult if you're the opposition. Getting your ward of sight counter like that right off the bat, so Pew's ward will fall. And
it's just kind of laziness from Pew. That's like one of the most standard ward spots, and Pew places that almost every game. Like, we've done that actually multiple times countering that ward, so
yeah,
not really surprised. Like, it's a good play for sure, especially since it looks like they're going aggressive, which I like from tmsR. I mean, as you can see, Hellborn, they're going aggressive. The Glacius MOA Fade lane is very strong, and you don't want to give a Sandra or a Zephyr a 1v1 against a Warbeast. He's going to guarantee win that lane, especially with the regen. And like a Zephyr versus a melee is just unfair. And they're going to do Warbeast mid, so he's not going to win this lane. Lodestone will get a lot of farm, but he's not going to die, and he'll get all of the experience, plus a lot of farm since he can just sit at the tower. So yeah, I like this move from tmsR. I think they come out ahead in this. Zephyr needs to snowball a lot more than a Sandwraith does.
Well, okay, so tmsR, you like it. Excellent. They are running the aggressive, trialing themselves. I mean, noticing what's going on, what happens here? Obviously, you usually don't send it just to sit 3v1 by any means, but does Excellent need to make an adjustment ASAP, or what do they do?
I mean, honestly, they'll probably just let the game play out. They need to roam a bit. Warbeast is really the target you want to roam on, and that's really their advantage here. A Sandwraith and a Warbeast can't really do anything in this game to help their team. If you roam, utilizing the Lodestone, it's going to be a really, really easy kill. Zephyr's going to run to the jungle, but he's going to be roamed on, and it's not the greatest roaming combo, but he could definitely die if he catches a stun in a bad place.
Oh, there's that stun. Not necessarily the worst position, and he will be fine. Yeah, I pushed him forward, if anything. So he's going to be fine, but he's getting completely boxed out, as you're talking about. And he actually got Casey up here, sending in the Hellhounds. And he is actually going to help clean up the yellow camp. So seems like that early roam working out maybe a little bit better in favor of the Legion team so far. As, yeah, Zephyr is 100% boxed out at this point. Does he even have a creep kill? Yeah, he does have one creep kill. Sandwraith only managing to get one creep kill himself as well, but at least he's in experience range. And he's doing decent with that. You see Fade is going to initiate right here. Burning Shadows. Charge shot on top. Definitely should have been a kill, but a lot of damage is going to happen. Or actually, hold that thought. Fork Lightning slow. The auto attack, and yes! Haxerin will fall right there. It seemed like Haxerin took a while to get that Desert's Curse off.
Yeah, that's kind of an inexcusable death. Hexen playing uncharacteristically poorly in this series got really crushed in the first game, and that's a huge death. You cannot give a bloodless kill to the farmer of the lane you're against. Like this gives Pee-wee a boots and Ring of the Teacher, so now he can sustain himself in the lane. They can push a little better now, and he's just got such a big lead now.
Yeah.
You can honestly leave him 1v1, he'll still dominate just as hard. And I was about to comment that I don't really like that they just keep Glacius mid. I like it now that they put the Zephyr there, and this is actually a really good move. They just have to continue the movement because we remarked on this last game. Engineer can't roam very well. He needs a lead stun. They don't have any lead stuns, Breaky, except for that rally. So if they just dodge the rally, I mean, who really cares about a rally free farming? He's not going to change the game. So now you've got two really weak roamers, and they're just totally ineffective at the moment. They're like stacking the woods, and just it's 3 minutes in, and they haven't done anything.
You see Fade right here. He's doing a good job of boxing out Sandwraith, actually. Not often you see the support Fade, but tmsR's definitely doing a solid job of it, and Sandwraith is eventually going to have to fall back in. Having the Desert's Curse allows him to cut through the trees as he's been trying to abuse here, but they're still sitting on top of him, basically, and now you see the lane that's being pushed up in the Hellborn's favor. In fact, Pee-wee's going to tank it right here and allow his creep wave to take it over. So, yeah, Sandwraith is getting 100% locked down. Zephyr's farm is going to start opening up, as you mentioned. He has made that adjustment. They're going in right here. Speaking of that, Gus onto Aluna. She's still level 1. Free's going to come out. Those Cyclones doing so much damage. Yeah. And down goes Aluna.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. Top lane, they go for a kill on Lodestone, but it's a Lodestone, so that's not going to happen. And I got to say, I think xCet's on their way to a pretty easy victory here if the game continues like this.
Yeah.
Rally, or rather, Trent is going to need to make some huge plays. And look at this, a big roam. They're going to stun the. And this is what I mean. What can Warbeast do against all these stuns in this roaming? And this is the strength of their lineup, and that's kind of why I was kind of frustrated with what tmsR picked, because I felt like they had a great lineup, but you can't finish it off with two heroes that don't do anything. Like, you need those heroes to be the ones that set up. Like, you want to just push and win. If you allow the other team to just abuse you like this, you're just going to get so far behind. And Sandwraith, until he's level 6, he's not going to do anything at all. And I just don't see. I don't know what they can do, because they can't kill Lodestone top. It's Lodestone. They can't roam. And they I don't know.
Yeah.
They got to just farm and hope that their split push can win them the game in the late game.
Yeah, when you really think about it, you hinted at something like so they went something like a Torture Parasite with the last two picks. Maybe you could kind of get an idea of maybe just a more aggressive play that they could have had as a result of that. And how much different the game could have been. But yeah, you compare it, you talk about the Sandwraith until level 6 especially, he's just not going to be doing anything in terms of roaming, setting up kills. Warbeast, the same thing. So Sandwraith actually, once again, he's going to be collapsed on right here. He's obviously going to Desert's Curse into the jungle, but they are just doing their darndest to keep him out of experience range, and it seems like they are accomplishing that for the most part. And now you look at Zephyr. I mean, the adjustment took a little bit of time, but once they finally made it, Zephyr all of a sudden, 320 gold per minute. Obviously, that kill helps, but 320 gold per minute here for Nox. Well on his way to earlier on Helm is what we see a lot. In fact, he's going to Gust an Engineer right here. This might come at a cost, though. But it's just Warbeast once again. He doesn't have stuns or anything like that. Aluna's going to counter stun to Glacius. Down goes Engineer, but actually Zephyr dropping right here. Doesn't have any more Cyclones. Bottle Charge is not going to be enough. Both him and Glacius fall. And tmsR actually picks up a double tap in the end. So
yeah, and that's what you don't want to have happen, because when you have the War Cry up, I mean, I believe it's maxed, so they do lots of auto attack damage. So just a little too aggressive there from xCet. And they are really far ahead. They're in a great position, but they have to play a complete game, because Warbeast hit 6 now. Now he can actually do a little something. Same with Sandwraith. So they need to stay focused, continue controlling these runes, because otherwise, Warbeast 19-0, they're not the greatest GPM at the moment, but he can farm very quickly if he's left unattended. And they just need to continue the pressure. Sandwraith's still absolutely nothing, so that's a good thing for them. But there is a free farming rally that we have to keep in mind, and he's not going to be able to do too much with an early portal key, but it will be a lot more than a free farming MOA, as we kind of saw last game. But, we didn't see it, but, we said it.
The impact of it, so back to the middle lane again. Nox is back here, continuing the farm on the Zephyr after that death for him. Sandwraith, level 5. Again, he's trying his darndest to get that experience, but they are continuing to do a great job of boxing. I said earlier it was tmsR here, the one on Fine. Of course, it's, on Fade. Of course, that's Fine on Fade, so apologize to Fine right there. He's the one making some pretty good plays here on Fade as far as boxing out. But they Gust attempt in the middle lane, but it looked like Warbeast was just out of range. So they're going for a gank right there. Lodestone was ready to go in with the rocket drill, but able to react in time. So yeah, Slick's here, free farming on the rally. Expect that earlier on Portal Key and the movement as a result of that. So Hellborn team not doing too much to really stall that out for now. So keep an eye on and see how that progresses out. But 4-2 hero kill lead right now in favor of Team Excellent. But again, these levels, and if you give them time, they will start coming back. So you got Excellent here. You got the Zephyr. It looks like the Helm of the Black Legion on the way. So now if you're Excellent here, you've had a decent start as far as kills. Do you just, with this Helm of the Black Legion, basically, do you just group up and push? Do you try to team push here? Or can you still commit to farming?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't think they have the strength to really do it yet, and you see mid lane Zephyr's actually going to take a lot of damage here.
Yeah, he is the ulti-form War Beast. Putting in the auto attacks. Typhoon's going to be put down, getting some Cyclones, if anything, to get some heals up. He's going to need to start using the Demon the Master's Call. Sandwraith poured in. He's not porting it just yet. Where's the real one? There's a real, but he can't chase no mana. And now he might be in some trouble, actually. He's going to be frozen right there. Axron's going to end up falling here in the end, it looks like. Yes, he will. Pew gets credit playing the Glacius. And Zephyr just back into the lane, gets a health potion, and he's going to continue to farm. Oh, big turnaround.
Huge. That was just really unfortunate timing. The Sandwraith hadn't hit 6 until just then, and obviously, you know, it didn't really work out for him. But the real issue with that fight was just diving way too far, and you can't dive on a Zephyr against an MOA.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even use his Cyclones. He could have manned up there and killed a War Beast. It was actually kind of poor play by Nox. Definitely should have killed a War Beast, but they come out really far ahead in that engagement, and like Sandwraith is just not going to be able to do anything. Rally is quite farmed, but assuming he goes that Portal Key route, until he has that, his free farm is really not going to pay any dividends. So
yeah,
they really need to get that up, but I believe that Hellborn can take control of their short lane now, and they just, with that kill, they get the rune control. Now they have a haste rune up on Zephyr. That should be a kill, and actually here they go.
Yeah, there's War Beast. No ulti form just yet. One more second. Can he get enough time? Yes, he can. Khezu is going to be fine in the end, but actually it's still not over. Glacius now being turned on. Glacius committing big time right there. Kind of question that a little bit. One thing to be Zephyr and committing, but a Glacius diving past a tower like that pretty much set up instant death for him. So speaking of turnaround kills, well, at least tmsR gets a turnaround right there, and War Beast at least does stay alive, so that's good news for tmsR. Want to go back to the Sandwraith. I mean, so we mentioned a Sandwraith level 6. I think we're just so used to seeing, though, actually Sandwraith having at least decent farm at that time, too. You know, at least he has Steam Boots on his way to maybe the Energizer. But again, Haxion's farm has been basically nothing. All he has is Boots. So we saw that poison right there. It's just so minimal as far as his impact. He was even out of mana, so. And that goes back to just his lack of stat items on top of that.
And he is, like, the most useless hero with no items. I mean, Zephyr at least has, like, magic damage if he gets nuked down, or nerfed down, but he doesn't do anything. Like, I can't stress this enough. He's gonna auto attack and he'll have ult, but like, unless xCet's like really weak and they just kind of get out, like this up top, Lodestone maybe, no, he's gonna be fine. The Sandwraith ult is up, I believe, but he's not gonna go for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does have enough mana for his Q, for his Desert's Curse, but yeah, he's not gonna.
I feel like their synergy's a bit off. That should have been a kill, but it was kind of weird because I'm pretty sure Trent didn't have vision there, or Slicks didn't have vision there, so he just kind of hit it and was like, "Oh, I got him!" But by that point, it was too late. It's Lodestone, so it might have been risky there for Sandwraith to port in. Yeah. Plus, he's farming at the tower for like the first time all game.
Yeah.
Fade pulling the creep away bottom. This is pretty big. He'll be level 6 soon, and that's a real game changer. It'll just really turn the tide.
Yeah, of course, as far as that, he went back to the map control. That's why they picked him up in the first place. So, getting that vision throughout the map. Sandwraith thought they may be trying to get top. Where are they going for? They're going for the middle lane. That makes sense. Zephyr just gets collapsed on big time.
Yeah, he's got high ground vision. Now he doesn't, but, like, I don't know. That's just Nox playing with his brain asleep for what I've seen is, like, the second or third time this game. You really cannot afford to do that. As the hero, your team has been just focusing on so heavily to keep in the game.
Top lane, Lodestone, Shatterstorm, Rally's being locked down, but Rally Capel takes out Lodestone. And if Rally survives this especially, that's going to be huge. One more auto attack. One more will definitely do it here. No, the Portal Key, he buys it from the shop. And he Portal Keys away immediately. Slicks making the big plays at the top lane. And he somehow got away from it all. That was after he dove the tower in the first place. And now the middle tower falls on top of that. Ouch.
Yeah, I like that Team Excellence is drafting a lot more this game, but tmsR is just really outplaying them. And Like, I don't know. I almost feel like they've got to be using a dirty ringer on Haxorn because he is just playing so incredibly not good in this series. And he had a good port in there, but it's really uncharacteristic for him. Normally, you see him play really solid, not necessarily like huge game changer, but he plays consistently, and that's pretty key in the competitive scene. But yeah, I don't know. They have the portal key on rally now, so they have the initiation advantage. They're gonna have the pushing advantage, and Zephyr with those deaths, like he's getting to he's just not snowballing hard enough. Their MOA has got a lot more farm than he does, and we discussed this last game. But MOA doesn't really change games in the way that a rally can.
Yeah. Zephyr, too, is kind of, well, actually, bottom lane. They're chasing down Haxorn. Speaking of him, he is going to be completely locked down. No chance. And that was just more so well played there by Master of Arms and Lodestone. Just pushed up a little bit, but they might actually get some counter kills now. Raleigh comes in. He has a Seismic Slam, choosing not to use it right there. Deep as the Master's Call comes out, and now Slick's actually going to be on the run with the Luna. So no kills going to be happening. Not sure why he didn't Seismic Slam right away there.
Well, he would have been stunned by Fade. He actually
Fade was coming in. Okay.
It was actually well played because Fade actually stunned at the ground to try and interrupt the ulti, but he actually missed the stun because he didn't target it. So it was. I don't know who to say that was well played and who to say it was misplayed, but fine, you got to click your stun, dude, and that would have been a kill, a big kill on a rally with total freeform this game, but they miss it unfortunately. Sandwraith finishes his steam boots, and up top, Zephyr continuing to farm, but he's just not really taking off like you'd like to see. The game 100% even though. But I gotta say, I like the positioning tmsR has here. Warbeast provides the late game, and he's doing quite well, pushing, like, he's just pushing mid, and they can't really kill him. He's got ult up, and they have no initiation at the moment. So I really think that they're in a good spot for this game, and of course the portal key on rally, so they shouldn't really be able to lose any fights, and they'll be getting more pickoffs. But the Fade support could be the X factor as he is setting up on the Sandwraith.
There you go, he opens, the ulti for Sandwraith. Can he port in time? Yes, he can! He's able to port actually the top lane, but he runs into trouble actually. He runs into Zephyr. They do pick off Engineer, and then actually going to turn this. No, the Cyclone's being used by Zephyr. David the Master's Call comes out. He has support. Glacius running in there. Freeze is going to be used. Freeze is Warbeast actually. He gets pushed away. Glacial Downpour going to be used to kind of be an intimidation factor, if anything. And actually Zephyr will survive, but also so did Sandwraith. That's another big thing right there that happened during that fight. So kind of funky way of using that Lodestone. He's going to go and Shatterstorm. Yes, it catches Warbeast! And he's going to finish him off. Big Shatterstorm by Bassett's. Might come at a cost, though. The Hellhounds are still here. This Seismic Slam, one more auto attack. He couldn't get a range, though. Hellhounds. Can the Hellhounds finish the job? Oh, my God, the plates. Yeah, it is going to be enough. Jeez.
He got the crit. The crit killed him. That's so unfortunate.
Yep.
The RNG fairies, we're feeling them. That's pretty big there. xCet definitely comes out ahead. Actually well played by Pew. Very surprised, but he saved the Zephyr. And they get a counter kill on the Warbeast, which is really the key hero they need to take out. Sandwraith, honestly, is pretty irrelevant at this point. It doesn't really matter if they kill him or not. They just want to make sure he doesn't catch up. But a 150 GPM Sandwraith is really just not a big deal.
Yeah, he's not intimidating whatsoever. And that just continues to hurt tmsR. I will say, they do kind of have that backup plan, though, with the Warbeast. I mean, Warbeast has an Abyssal Skull. He is that carry presence himself. You give him enough time. Sure, Sandwraith might not be having the best, but at least Warbeast is. So that's where, tmsR in their lineup, it's not completely all 100% built around the Sandwraith, but it definitely still hurts. Fade, in the meantime, actually running an Engineer. Engineer's trying to guess where he is, but that's not going to happen. He actually activates the Reflection, and he runs away, despite Energy Field being used. So fine, though. Doing a good job, though, of keeping up the scouting presence here. You see the Striders that he picked up as well to help with that, so he's given some constantly good information to his team at least.
And Fade really hasn't had much impact here. He's got 3 assists, so that's actually quite good, but I'd like to see them set up some more aggression. Like a Lodestone and a Fade could really kill anything on the map, so I'd like to see them utilize the next ultimate to get a kill that transitions into a tower. Bottom lane, Rally, or rather Lodestone, is giving me trouble.
Yeah, Rocket Trolley, dude. He positioned himself to stun them, and actually Shatterstorm going to be activated. Sandwraith ports in, but actually needs to get away. You see Master Farm sitting right on top of him, just in case. Energizer, burst of speed. Oh, in comes the demoralizing roar there from Rally with the portal key. Gets the job done. You see Master Farm stuns him, but by that time it's just too late, so...
Yeah,
almost
really. Once again, Nox is looking. I guess he might be going Dawnbringer, maybe a Shrunken, not sure, but really don't know. We'll see what he does. Like sticking with the Mighty Blade's not bad. I'd just like to see him go Demonic. Like I really think they need it in this game. It synergizes very well with his own team, and I feel like he's just gonna get eaten by this War Beast otherwise.
That's the first thing that hit me when you're talking about Zephyr and his items right there. It's like Soul's Bulwark at least. I mean, it's just a pretty damn good item to have in this game, especially against that War Beast. So, and for his own sake. But yeah, we'll see what Nox decides to go for. Said he's sitting on that Mighty Blade. Well, there's an answer. Ice Brand just purchased by Nox. So it looks like he is going to be going towards more of that Dawnbringer route. I know that is considered to be a pretty powerful item on Zephyr, on a lot of heroes, frankly, but sounds like it's more so a case. I don't think it's a bad item. It's just wow, what happened out here? Fade gets picked off, and the middle tower falls actually in their favor.
He didn't know the tower would go down, but that's actually a pretty good trade.
Yeah,
a fade for a tower. Luckily, because they really didn't deserve that, but they're gonna get it anyway.
Works out. No, but I was going to say, it's not that Dawnbringer's like a bad item choice. It's just more so he's investing his resources into the Dawnbringer rather than at least the Soul's Bulwark at this rate. So, yeah, that's where I can see it kind of being a problem. But
I think that's just the worst on Cage's Wolf Skill the Courier. I hate Ice Brand. I think it's one of the worst items. Like, it gives you 16 strength and 10 damage.
Yeah.
It's like, and a little bit of a slow, but the slow is just so irrelevant until you upgrade it to like Dawnbringer. I really don't like the item, especially here. Like, who's he gonna slow? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He needs survivability and damage. Really doesn't provide much of either. Obviously, you know, the 16 strength's not bad, but
it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, you spend an extra 1,200 gold for 6 strength in comparison to just the Mighty Blade. So yeah, it's really just inefficient managing of your resources. I'm just looking around the map, anything new. Aluna's actually got lots of farm for a support hero. Engineer's suffering a little bit more with the Striders, and both Fade and Glacius very, very low GPMs along with the Lodestone. So they're kind of all in on Zephyr, and he's going to get a kill.
Luna, yep, that's a definite kill. Fine actually gets credit for it. You saw Lodestone charging into the last second, but easy kill on to Tank Fed right there. And actually the top tower falling on top of that. So this is where you can see this team now starting to come together on Team Excellent. They got the somewhat bulky Zephyr here. He's got the Helm, the Ice Brand, the Mystic Vestments. As a team, they're feeling pretty confident right now. Lodestone, he's actually working towards an Energizer, it looks like. And then Master of Farms, he's got his own Energizer, so that's actually really interesting. The fact that Lodestone would be going for it as well. But anyways, they are going to continue to chase or dive right here onto the tower. Not even dive, but go for the tower kill. Rally, pick up Bill, his 3 heroes. Here come the Mass EPs. Big kicks on huge energy field. And Zephyr's locked down. However, the Demon of the Master's call going to come out. He's going to be fine for now. We gust them away. Samwraith is chasing. Might not want to chase too far, though. Yeah, he needs to run. In the meantime, Lodestone will fall, but Warbeast is also low. And while that was all going on, though, the Hellborn team got the tower kill. Oh, the Cold just missed Luna, and Rally comes in to box him out. They do finish off Luna with the Fork Lightning, but now Pee-wee might be in some trouble. He activates the Energizer, but the slow is just too much, or is it? Rally? Yeah, Rally's nearby. You ain't getting away.
They're really lucky Zephyr survived there. I really think they could have manned up. He gusted away. They were in goo. I feel like he could have just manned up with a gust in, but the real key there is they did not kill the tower. Yeah. The tower was damaging them the entire team fight. They do get it at the end, but xCet just doesn't seem to be on the ball today. Like, this is the team that made the finals for the first 2 cycles, and I just feel like they're not the same team. I think Brodex not being here may be a bigger issue than expected. I know Pee-wee's like a fan favorite, but on this role, he's really not the same. He's not nearly as effective as Brodex is, and I think it's showing a little bit. The Zephyr is going to go for the Dawnbringer, so I don't like the Ice Brand first, but Dawnbringer is just a great item, and it kind of secures his late game in a way. If he went for like the Shrunken first, he wouldn't be able to farm nearly as fast, and you see Glacius is going to go down. Like, Pew is just like kind of YOLO right now in the river.
Get the ward down at all costs. Well, they actually might get a counter. This is going to be big here, actually. Typhoon, the gun's back in. Oh, that's going to be a big kill. Rally is going to fall, and now they're going to chase onto Luna. Face match comes out. You see the energy field going to be put down. Could be a difference maker in terms of getting away. Zephyr still chasing, though, and still Lodestone chasing Luna as well. Burning Shadows hit, Warm Auto Attack. Fork Lightning does the job. In the meantime, Zephyr chasing it down Warbeast now as they picked off Engineer, so they're dying 1 by 1 right here on tmsR, and Excellence is loving it.
The key to this entire game for tmsR is really the rally. Like, without the rally, they're kind of SOL because like, if you look at their team, they're great when they win a fight. You know, they're like they can just keep going. They have just incredible chasing potential, and their Aluna engineer spells very low cooldowns. Warbeast Sandwraith, they can pretty much chase through all terrain, but without the rally to set up the NG kegs, without the CC he provides, like they really can't take team fights very well, and kind of demonstrated there. Like Warbeast, sure you can run around, but you see actually up top they're setting up. Might get a kill on Sandwraith here.
Yeah, this could be big. Oh, the Shadow Storm initiation. That actually didn't time out correctly. And see right there. Ends up, they both end up getting away, so tower.
They get the tower denied mid, though. Not really what you're looking for. I really think they could have just had Lodestone solo defend there. I mean, it's a Sandwraith and a Warbeast. Like, we just talked about how they don't have stuns, so. And that's kind of why I prefer, like, instead of a Sandwraith, I'd rather see them have, like, just something like a Torturer, you know, that kind of goes with the theme of their lineup. I just don't feel like the Sandwraith pick is doing much of anything for them, and I don't know if he's ever going to because he's just so far behind, and at this point, it's a much smarter decision to just transfer the hard carry role to the Warbeast because he's just in a way better spot, and with the Shrunken, he can actually do a lot of damage.
Well, yeah, and also maybe even thinking about going for another pickup. Jesus. That's Warbeast and Scout for you right there. Warbeast using the Hellhounds, that's a second courier picked off by him this game, so that's got to be annoying for Excellent. I was going to say, yeah, if you're Sandwraith here, it's like you almost want to say maybe go for something like just like a Nullfire Blade. It's a decent item on him as well, just having that purge effect, always nice in most cases. So if you're going to be playing not necessarily that hard carry, you know, might not be the worst option. He does buy a Mighty Blade though, so possibly going towards a Shrunken Head, which is definitely fine as well, especially against the Zephyr. Speaking of Zephyr, Dawnbringer has now been finished, and you look at the GPM, 528 gold per minute, and that's only going to rise. And I actually want to get your thought, too, Sodamelons, on Master of Arms build. He actually bought a major totem, so you know, it seemed like he might go that more that slick style, more that Tablet of Command utility build, but actually purchased into a Shield Breaker, which is now even level 2. So, you fine with that there?
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just their whole they don't have that much minus armor. I'd rather see him just go for like a Shrunken Head so he can just kind of battle and make sure that he doesn't get stunned because he can kill the NG ulti real quick with the red shot, prevent the stuns, the slows, etc. I just don't think he needs to go the damage route. You know, let Zephyr do that. Play more of a role that kind of supports the Zephyr and guarantees that you stay relevant in team fights. But I mean, at this point, if I'm Legion, I just say to myself, okay, MOA, he's European. Didn't buy a vestment. Instead, he has a major totem, a minor totem. So it's not even a major totem; it's a minor totem. Oh wow, hang on. Sandwraith gun stuff.
Where is he? He ports it down into Glacius. Energy field. He froze him though. Power throw. I believe it actually even missed right there. They're still chasing though. Is Sandwraith one more auto attack gets the kill? In the meantime, Fade's actually trying to survive right here. Reflection is going to help him do that. Rally comes in. Random compel. Not going to hit though, and I believe Fade. Yeah, he's going to be able to TP away. So.
It is a major totem, I was wrong, not a minor totem. But still, it's not really major enough, and vestments are still a way better choice here. And if you're going shield, like, he's got 1,000 health and no resistances, really. Like, he'll just die to a rally stun when Warbeast auto-attacks him. Like, there's nothing he's going to be able to do. So, really just not a fan of the way he chose to item build here. But, like, I don't really... there's nothing we can really do about it at this point, I suppose. But it's just not... It's not good, Breaky.
Yeah. No, yeah, I kind of felt the same way. That's why I was curious what you were thinking, because just the idea that he went to the level 3 shield breaker, it's like, sure, a lot of damage output, but yeah, kind of being a right-click turret, and will that pay off?
Especially since Zephyr went Dawnbringer, so like he's actually building like the damage route. You know, you can count. Like he's doing Zephyr into. He's actually going good items this game, which is surprising. It's Dawnbringer into Demonic, so I like that a lot, and I think it's going to be effective. It's just a question of will they secure this Kongor, because Warbeast just finished his Shrunken Head, and that's really the item they've been waiting for. Sandwraith going back to heal, he's got no ult for 15 seconds, but I think it'll be up in time, and this is really the fight to pretty much decide the game here.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to back up pretty early from Kongor. As soon as a power throw came through, they did not want to overcommit to it, and that will definitely buy time for a Sandwraith ultimate. To be up, if anything. So, again, they don't have all the information that we have, so it's easy for us to sit here and say, like, they should have committed to it, but, yeah, they decided to fall back in the end. And not wanting to risk it, knowing that they're not going to get Kongor stolen by any means, but they're going to hold off on it for now. So, you talked about the Shrunken Heads. Sandwraith is actually getting close to his, so that will help. Mighty Blade also just purchased by Master of Arms, so there you go with that round now of being the effective pickup there and at least being able to now tank a little bit and be able to stand in those fights. They're going to try to clear out around the Congo pit again, but there's pretty good spread of wards here. All rev wards, mind you. And actually, I don't even think they'll see into the pit, really. So, yeah, this is... They have information, though, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get here in time. Same with top lane, of course, he can port in. Oh, it's going to be so close. Yeah, they're not going to commit, though. They're trying to counter ward, and they will, actually, with the Wolves. That's pretty good right there. Oh, middle lane. Lowster gets caught, actually. In comes the side of them. Rocket Drill, though. He will survive with the Rocket Drill for now. If anything, is buying time, but no, they're not going to commit to Kongor. Loso does fall. Oh, no.
Yeah, xCet's getting really outmaneuvered here. They can still definitely take this fight, though.
It's going to be so close. Typing put down energy field in the meantime. Zephyr is dropping. Zephyr is dropping really quickly right here. Down goes Raleigh, though. The shield breaker on Master of Arms. 2 and plenty right here. Warbeast now being locked down. Warbeast has that shrunk, and he didn't use it the whole fight, though. Carter goes down. Who got the token? It looks like it was Fade in the meanwhile. And that ends up working out pretty damn well for Team Excellent in the long run.
Yeah, I actually watched Fade that whole fight, played that really well. Stayed invis, stunned the Zephyr, or stunned the guy doing Kongor, the Warbeast, and then killed killed Kongor and got the token. So fine, single-handedly really winning that engagement. A Warbeast with a Shrunken up after respawning would have just killed everybody, and just well-played Nox. Getting caught a little out of position, but he forced them to use so many spells on him that the rest of his team was able to just do tons of damage. And although Pee-wee's build is not the optimal, he does lots of damage if he's left unattended.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely saw. I mean, that's a given. I mean, a level 3 shield breaker, right-click auto-attack turret. Of course he will. Sandwraith at the beam on the bottom line. He gets a tower kill. And he is going to jet on out of there with the Desert's Curse. So he's going to get back to base, and he will have a shrunken head. But speaking of the base, might not be much of a base left. No, there definitely is. They actually just going to get them to fall back as they use the invulnerability. And obviously with the Resurrections coming out, that'll be the cue for Team Excellent to fall back. So, yeah, I mean, you look back at that Conga fight, Keizu, yeah, he wanted to save the Shrunken Head, if anything, for if he got the token then resurrected with it. But worst case scenario, he didn't get the token, and then he never used the Shrunken as it just got locked down pretty much the whole time. So that was a big, big Conqueror fight indeed in favor of X. Like I said, going into it, definitely could decide the game even. So we'll see if that does stand here. But you have another 2,200 gold already on Zephyr, so that Demonic Breastplate is coming along. And once again, Master of Arms. Once he gets that Shrunken Head, he is actually going to be a pretty big damage threat with the way to survive. So more bad news for tmsR. Still no Souls Bulwark themselves. Obviously, Warbeast has a Shrunken Head into an Abyssal Skull here. And then we do have, what is this, Sandwraith, Shrunken Head into Energizer. Did he buy something, by the way? There's nothing on the courier. I feel like he might have bought something, but yeah, he's just not. He hasn't been having the best of games. I guess it kind of makes sense that his items aren't the best right now. So, well.
Yeah, Sandwraith also going the Shrunken Head route, which gives him a lot more. You know, he can actually fight now, but I think he might have been better served just going for a more damage boosting item. This game, I would have liked to see a Diffusal, really effective against Zephyr MOA.
Yeah.
And you can purge all the later Sheepstick Hellflowers, etc. The Shrunken's nice, but like he is like level 15. Like he's higher level than Warbeast, and his GPM's 300, which is a lot higher than you would expect it to be if you watch the start of this game. It's just I'm a little concerned that he's just not going to be able to really get damage dealing items in this game before it's too late, because like they're not going to just sit back. Like they're going to go for Raxes pretty soon with this token up, and I'm expecting them to wait for a Demonic to finish on Zephyr and a Shrunken on MOA, and then they can just go for it.
Yeah. Well, looks like we're almost ready, but not going to be ready just yet. So yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at earlier too, just because of how the game's been going. I something like that No Fire Blade might have been a good option here for Sandwraith, but again, going the Shrunken, so we'll see. Maybe that's something that comes up here as the game progresses on. But Team Excellent, of course, I mean, they're trying to force a third game here, coming into this one, down 1-0. So see if they can manage that to happen. Obviously, the winner again plays Stay Green. You guys here in the following round. Is either one of these teams you really concerned about playing? I mean, it's just in the end, it's whoever wins, you're ready to play.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm ready to play.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Hope the team's ready to play.
I had a relatively long night, but
It's about damn
it's
time.
always nice to cast, especially when it's the teams that you're playing against, because
Yeah.
it kind of just, you get a good feel for both of them, and you just, you're
Gets you ready.
yeah, it's like I don't know if you ever played like youth football, but they always have the games like back to back. So if you show up really early, you get to watch like progressively bigger kids play, and it just gets you ready for your game. You know what I mean?
Learn from it, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Pop One.
Oh my god, Zephyr is somehow still alive. Samrith is chasing, but just not enough damage. The defensive master's call comes out in time, and Zephyr just kind of being tanky himself at this point especially. He's able to survive the onslaught. That was a master of not a master of arms, but a rally, as well as a Sandwraith initiation from range, and he still manages to survive. So yeah, that was a huge pick opportunity for tmsR. We're not able to capitalize though, and at this rate, I mean Zephyr, yeah, with the way his farm's going, he is going to have that demonic breastplate going. Oh, never mind. Actually, buys a mighty blade, so he's going to be going for the shrunken head here instead of the demonic breastplate. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, there is always the engineer ultimate that you have to worry about, but I feel like a full demonic breastplate, it also does a lot this game for you. You have any what's your opinion on that?
No, I agree. I I don't really want to comment on it. I feel like I've said enough about Nox in my life, but I really think finishing Demonic Gear would be by far optimal. The Shrunken really just doesn't do much. I mean, it will prevent him from getting killed by NG, but Fade can play really aggressive here because he's got that token, and that's a really big deal. I'd like to see them double stun. If they do that again, double stun the Fade and the Zephyr, kill the Fade, NG ult on top, kill him again when he respawns inside of it, and really prevent them from counter-initiating, because they do have the Shrunken up on MOA. He can kill the NG ult, but like a War Beast is really scary if he's shrunkened up and just running at you. But the damage output's very low on Legion. If they can survive another 10 minutes, that's when they'll start to hit their stride. But right now, Zephyr is king.
Zephyr is leading the way here. He's just going to keep the lane pushed up. He talked about Fade, I mean, has the ability to play a little bit more aggressive here even. With that token, you see him putting down the, what does it even call it, deep shadows. Sandwraith just spamming that Tesla's curse initiation right here. Tablet in on a rally. They want to jump rally. Typhon is put down right on top. Will it be enough first? Lowstone comes in and rally is going to fall. He does have a buyback, which he's going to use right away. But in the meantime, so much damage going out for the helper team. Warbeast in the background takes out Glacius, but not with a big hero. Energy field killed immediately. Now Lowstone falling back. Lowstone is vulnerable though. Lowstone will fall. 2-second rest on Zephyr. Zephyr just gets bursted all out of nowhere right there. And with Zephyr dead, they are not fighting this anymore. Master of Arms and Fade, they both fall back. Fade's going to tap it over the ledge, but wow. What a stand there. They killed Rally, bought back. It's his final buyback, by the way. But they do hold.
Yeah, no Demonic really goes to show just how devastating that is. And they went for the rally, which was big. They killed him, but he had a buyback. And that's, I believe, the only hero in the game on the team that had a buyback was Rally, and unfortunately they chose to go for him. But you got to expect that in a game like this. I mean, he's had a Shrunken or a Blink for the longest time. All he's picked up is a push book in like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He has buyback. Like, you just can't make a mistake like that. And I think tmsR is just playing better right now. But xCet's definitely still not out of it. Like, if you look at the GPM, MOA is 100 gold above Warbeast GPM wise, and Zephyr's above 500. So they're still in a really good spot, but they gotta play better. That's simple.
Well, as you said, another one of those fights, then honestly, tmsR is going to be starting to pull ahead because this lineup, what they have is just naturally just going to start taking over just with the course of the game. I mean, although they're not doing amazing, they're doing good enough for that to be the case. So yeah, something to continue to be concerned about here. If your team excellent, you've had this lead, but it's not going to last much longer. And actually, I was going to say, did he sell his Mighty Blade? But no, he just dropped it for the TP and then brings it back in. So again, it looks like he is going to commit to that Shrunken Head. Barbed Armor just finished on Lodestone. Always a good pickup for him. Gets a little bit later than he likes.
Also, the Lodestone. Oh my.
That's a third courier kill.
So cancer. Lodestone doesn't go Portal Key. He goes the Barbed Armor instead. So that last fight, I don't know if you saw, but his ultimate whiffed, and then he died immediately. I think that's one of the main reasons Lodestone's kind of fallen off the scene a bit. He's not that useful early on, and like he's really hit or miss. Like, he's a great hero if you land a big ultimate, but if you miss your ulti, like all you do in the team fight is feed
hurt yourself. Yeah.
You just feed faster.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. It's he definitely didn't have the best initiation last fight. That can happen. Barbed Armor obviously can help kind of change that a little bit, but hacks her in. He's got the Firebrand now. So, again, this is a sand rate that has just really been very, very low impact this game. Yet,
One thing to know, I forgot to mention this, but the Shrunken's not as bad when I think about it, because he's maxing Deserted, so he's doing 45 true damage on most auto attacks. The radius is really low to get that to proc.
Sure.
And he's got the War Cry, and you got to keep that in mind. So he hits much harder with that up, and of course it's going to be up in team fights. The Abyssal as well. Demonic seem to be finished on Warbeast to even further assist him. He is going to go for the Geometers or the Dawnbringer. I think Diffusal still would have been my choice, but I mean this works.
Yeah.
It's damage, which is all he really needs.
Exactly, yeah.
It's Sandwraith.
It's your case of, it's just, well, they're still both good in the end. Maybe prioritize this one, but still both good. Speaking of Demonic, I wouldn't be surprised if Warbeast now looks to finish his. Kizu has that Soul's Bulwark, and yeah, I can expect that to come out. Sandwraith is going to pour. Yes, he is. He goes for over here. Loso to Master of Arms on the run, though. Rally compels in. Sandwraith, Loso going to be absolutely locked down. He has the Barbed Armor. He uses it right there. Shadow Storm, but it's not going to be enough. He did not tank enough right there, and he falls shortly after. And they're still chasing, actually. If Master of Arms gets picked as well, this could be big, 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 and it could very likely. Nope, Shrunken Head's going to be used. And he'll, in fact, for a Lightning Turn. He's still holding his ground here. Fade comes out of nowhere with the Burning Shadows, hits 3, Rally compels in, no, Fade now in trouble. Fade's going to end up falling off to the side. The Hellborn team overcommitting big time right here. Will it pay off? Zephyr now comes in though, but the teammates are already picked off. Energy Field going to be used. He still has the Shrunken. He finally uses it right there. And now they're going to look to maybe try to turn things around. He has a Gust coming up in 1 second. Should be one kill. Oh my god, Engineer survives. He did not go for the kill.
He's got to get the Warbeast. He wants the Warbeast.
He wants the Warbeast.
He's really got to man up a little faster. If he just Shrunken's there, he can just sit on the Warbeast. But Nox is, oh my lord.
Smackdown.
Waymander finally does fall. He just distracted them forever. Yeah, they're going for Warbeast. So if they actually kill, this is definitely worth. But if they don't, this is going to be pretty bad here. Warbeast Kizu, he's somewhat tanky, even out of ulti form. You know, he's got that up in 8 seconds, but he doesn't have mana for it anyways. Oh, Master of Arms running in, but the nice talent forward is not going to matter.
I don't want to keep hating on Nox, but I just he's not playing nearly as aggressively as I'd like him to with a 500 GPM Zephyr. They win that fight very convincingly, but they kind of got handed it by tmsR, and I just if Warbeast gets away there, they don't get anything out of it. He's forced to buyback, so this might be a Rax.
Yeah.
It might be a Rax anyway, but there's the runes or the glyph. 5v3 at the moment though.
Rally's going to be up in 8. Engineer is up. Doesn't have energy field. Sandwraith going to ultimate. Will he commit? He is going to jump in. Shrunken Head is up. Master Arms dropping. But here comes Warbeast now looking to finish him off in there. Shrunken Head, they can't do anything about it. One more auto attack. Can he chase him down? No, he needs one more. Deep at the Master's called the last second. What a bait right there. And Casey is now going to end up falling. Now the turkey is turned into with Zephyr, so at least it is a 1-for-1 exchange. Warbeast's going to stay dead, though. Barbed Armor on Loso. Glacial downpour off to the side. He's going to be Talent 4 canceled. Loso will fall. Glacius is picked off. And when it's all said and done, tmsR feeling happy with the way that ended, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't bad by any means, but I don't know. They really kind of misplayed there. They let I don't know. They took so long. They were just dancing with the Warbeast Shrunken, trying to keep the MOA alive. But in the meantime, their Zephyr chose that timing to go be aggressive without a Shrunken up. So he dies, and he gets really ripped apart with his item choice because he doesn't have that much armor. He doesn't go the barrier Vanguard that you normally will see on Zephyrs, and it's quite damaging. And he just died really quickly to I think mostly support heroes, but I think it was the NG ult. The NG ult wasn't even up. I really don't know what killed Zephyr.
Yeah, I'm not. I was so focused on the Warbeast chasing or Warbeast running away, or no, he was chasing Master of Arms, getting baited eventually. So yeah, I agree with you. All of a sudden I saw Zephyr die, completely pushed up into the Legion team. So I'm not 100% sure either on how it all played out necessarily, but in the end, he did get picked off, and again, you see the end result. 4 players still dead here on Team Excellent even. So, we're getting close to that mark, though. You made the comment earlier, give it another 10 minutes, and all of a sudden, tmsR, they're going to start pulling ahead. You said that around 30 minutes or so, I believe, so a little bit longer, and definitely looking like that's a very, very likely possibility here for Too Much Sugar. So, of course, going to be sitting in this pause, but they're trying to finish off the series here and move on to that next round. Of course, play you guys, and hell, at this rate, that could be very possible. 2,600 gold on Samri, so that Geometer Spain is basically just about finished here for him. Another item that they're going to have at their disposal. And yeah, that's a good point about the battle cry on top of him as well. So, the fact that he has been underfarmed, it's not as impactful as it would be without a hero like Warbeast. as his partner. So
It's about damn time.
I can never get. That's never gonna get old. It's about damn time. All right. So back into the game we go. Fade. I will say also, Fade's been sitting on this Neophytes book for a while. Seemed like she had that burst of farm here in the mid game, but now it's slowed down once again. I assume that's going to turn something like a Storm Spirit, but she's been trying to get that changed. 3,200 gold on Master of Arms, by the way. So he's gone the shield break. Are you kind of committing to more just like a Savage Mace almost? Just a lot of damage focus here, or you think you still want utility on him, or what?
Which hero? Sorry?
Master of Arms.
Master of Arms. At this point, he's kind of all in with the damage, but like the shield breaker, like the reason I don't like shield breaker is you kind of want like attack, like you want agility items on an agility hero, and he just doesn't have that much attack speed at the moment, and you have to follow up with the shrunken. So like I Trouthed this too. Like they go shield breaker, but why not just go Geometer's Bane? Like what? Geometer's Bane's 99% of the time going to output more damage. It gives more survivability, and it gives you a little bit of move speed on top. Like it's almost always a better item, and that's what he should be going for now. But he's going to go for the whatever it is, the Savage Mace, MKB.
Yeah.
And I mean it's a good choice, but I just really wish he had a Geos instead of that shield breaker. Sandwraith finishing his item. He's got 3K mid lane. By Lodestone.
They are collapsing, and that is a free kill. He just bought something too, I believe. Oh.
They're really just not being aggressive enough with the fade. Like they need to see that coming, and it's not that hard. Just keep the fade in the trees, look for kills while he's up, and like take good fights. But now they're letting tmsR force the action onto them with one hero dead. Like they're not going to win this kind of fight.
Destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Easy tower kill, and they're going to fall back, not going to overcommit Kongor. Obviously, could be an option here. Fade though, he did it last time. We'll see if, well, not going to find that opportunity just yet, as they're not going to commit to it by any means. They're going to fall back and clean up the resources here on the Hellborn side. So, yeah, they are feeling pretty good about not forcing themselves, I'm sure, if you're tmsR. And actually, look at that. Haxorin not going Geometer's Bane. He actually goes into the Frostburn and into the eventual Dawnbringer you got to expect. Interesting.
Just not feeling it.
Yeah.
People really underestimate this item. Like, it can do a lot of things for you. I'm pretty sure it even purges Lodestone ulti, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it can do some like big things.
Yeah.
Zephyr finishes the demonic, I think. Either that or he just bought the Hyperstone. Not quite sure which. Top illusion gets the tower.
Warp clip. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything on the courier, so.
Yeah, warp left.
Yeah, I assume though. Yeah, that's gonna be finished here, and so at least you finally will have that too, and that's good here for Team Excellent. What is Warby's going? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Warby's, he's not finishing a demonic here. Casey's actually got a Mighty Blade now picked up. Is he too going to be going for an Ice Brand into a Dawnbringer possibly? Both teams underestimating the power of the demonic, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the best item in the game. As far as like late game, like nearly every game, it's the best item you can pick up for your team. Like that's why you'll see everything from a Wretched Hag to a Prisoner to a Dark Lady pick it up. Like there's a reason for that. It's a really powerful item. Zephyr is still 500 GPM, or above 500 GPM. Sandwraith though 400, and Chessie will tell you the bird goes late game. I'm not so convinced against a Wraith.
Well, and again, this is a Sandwraith that was also 200, lucky to be 300 for most of this game. So the fact that he is now where he's at, he finishes a full Dawnbringer. Brutalizer, okay. Yeah, he does go the Brutalizer route here in Warbeast. And okay, that makes more sense, but, you know, we talked about this in the past too, where the idea of Brutalizer, you almost want to finish Demonic first because of the attack speed, if anything, that you get from that to help with your Brutalizer procs. But he does go the Brutalizer. I think that makes a little more sense. Going back to that idea, but... yeah, I just was so focused on the Ice Brand that we've had so many this game, so I figured it would be another one. There's the Demonic Breastplate, picked up on Nox right here. So they have that to work with now. Another 2,400 gold also on Master of Arms, so actually his Savage Mace is coming very quickly as well, as far as this game is concerned. And definitely when he can get that, the damage output going to be pretty solid over here on the Hellborn side. You can tell they're clearing up around Congo right now. They want to try to make something happen, but there is a Sword of Sight right here, just recently placed by Moomian, unless they counter with that. Not going to be any solid Congo attempts. Up the middle lane. All right, Zephyr's in there. They did not see the Sword of Sight, though. They were not able to counter it. But will they get here in time, actually? This is dropping fairly quickly. Oh, double damage Master of Arms now. This is going to be a free Conquer kill.
This is really big.
That's huge.
I think they should put this on the MOA as well. They might not do that, but I think that's the best choice here. They really stop hitting the wolves. Oh my lord.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sarah points in, and everyone's gonna join the party. Energy field put up. Zephyr lockdown. Who got that token alive? Master of Arms did. MOI picks it up. He's gonna come back up. Loso comes in with the Barge Armor. Warbeast and Samwraith are still alive, but not for long. Down goes Samwraith. Warbeast going toe for toe, but he too is gonna fall, and a hat trick comes out for Nock. Getting that token alive right there was the biggest thing of that fight. And Team Excellent now gonna go Cutthroat.
Yeah, the team that gets the token in that kind of situation wins the fight. Really, though, like, Excellent. They pull that one out by the skin of their teeth because they I don't know. Like, you got to either commit or don't commit. You cannot just half-ass a Congo attempt this late in the game. There are a lot of buybacks, though.
Obviously, this is a last resort here for tmsR. They know that this is a big, big push. But even with those buybacks, some makes you kind of question them in the first place. That's like, what is this doing here with the buyback? You're not scaring them nearly enough. So this is going to be a free Rax kill right here. Melee Rax goes down. Range Rax is going to fall. And spamming a Desert's Curse. I don't know about that. Okay, apparently he's going to have to go AFK. Anyways, good takeover with the Solar Cast. So you see the middle lane getting completely cleared out right there. And now they're going to fall back. So obviously not GG yet by any means. But that was a absolutely huge fight coming out by Team Excellent. You said it, the token alive, whoever got that, especially in an exchange that went on right there. Yeah, Team Excellent, they were really tippy-toeing. They got distracted by the Wolves. If they just 100% committed, maybe that fight completely different and more of a guaranteed victory. But the fact that they still came in on top, that's what matters in the end. So huge, huge push for them. You see the golden experience. It's actually pretty even. So now this is after tmsR. They took the lead themselves. They were upwards of 5,000 gold, around 7,000 experience, I believe, just before that fight. So obviously swaying back in favor of Team Excellent here, and you have another 3,700 gold on Zephyr. So we are most certainly going to see that carry potential against the likes of a Warbeast and a Sandwraith. As Savage Mace just finished on PB, so he didn't even have that fight. Manages to pick it up now. What is Zephyr going for here? I mean, Beast Heart, okay, actually Sheepstick. Going to go the Sheepstick route here on Zephyr. I was going to say something like a Wing Bow. Also could be a pretty solid option, but he's going to go the Sheepstick route. So wants the more lockdown. I'm trying to, I don't know how I feel about, I mean, okay, the reason, I guess the more I'm thinking about I like that because Master of Arms is going that damage, that right-click turret build. If he was more the utility, then I would think Zephyr should need to go for something like a Wing Bow, but for that reason, I think it's definitely makes sense.
Still probably the right choice here, though.
You think so?
I'm not 100% certain if it. Oh wow, engagement though. No, nope, never mind. I don't know if it stacks with his E though. I'm not 100% certain if it does that.
Yeah, you know what? That is a good point.
I think it does.
I want to say
if it does, it's really the right choice here because neither Sandwraith nor Warbeast is really going to have much, any chance of getting a Savage before this fight starts.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And it'd be really big, but I think a Sheepstick could work too. We'll see.
Again,
you can never really. Sheepstick is almost never a bad move. Yeah. It's the same with Demonic. Like it's just a high tier, very good quality item. Like there's no real. A lot of items are hit or miss. Like that is not one of them. I mean, you know what you're going to get out of it, and it will be very effective here, especially at killing that Warbeast. But we'll just have to see how the fight turns out because it's Rally's out of buyback, so that's got to be the hero they go for. He did finish a Shrunken, but they just need to take a good fight. And now that Demonic's up on Zephyr, he's got a lot more survivability.
Have destroyed a Legion tower.
Easy tower kill. You also see Zephyr 2,800 live, 33 armor. Yeah, he is. We like to say he's deceptively tanky earlier on in the game, but not anymore. He is not deceptively tanky. He is actually tanky here in this game, is Nock. So I also still look back at this Warbeast and the fact that he chose to finish a Brutalizer before going up for straight Demonic. Definitely kind of thinking back to that as well. But they are not going to commit to the base here. If anything, they're I don't know. Well, I mean, what do you think? Should they be pushing in, or are you fine with them kind of clearing out resources here and maybe even waiting for another Kongor?
They don't need to. I really think they want to go now. You don't want to give a Sandwraith more time to recover. He's got a Dawn. Like, the Rally's out of buybacks. They just need to sheep him and kill him, and they win the fight. They win the game with that. The Warbeast is farmed, but he's just not going to do enough damage without the CC. Like, they can just run away from him. They have so many Shrunkens up now. Lodestone finally got a Blink, just a comment. It went Energizer and Barbed Armor before Blink. Not really sure if that's the way you want to go. 47 minutes took him to get that. Fade, level 17, Storm Spirit Tablet. I would really, like, all they need to do at this point is starve the Legion side. And they can do that very easily with the Fade. Like, just have him run around invis. If they find a hero, Zephyr runs in, sheeps it, gusts it back, it's dead. Like, the end. There's nothing the other team's going to be able to do about it.
Yeah.
Luna went Portal Key, by the way. Don't know if we mentioned that. And Moon does have a push
wow.
on the Engineer. So the supports have a lot of mobility, but they just don't do that much as far as DPS. And I feel like the Fade, once again, like could just be doing a lot more.
Yeah.
The Storm Spirit's really nice, though. It's an item we don't see very often. In this game, I might have preferred to see a puzzle box, but again, that is an item that's very hit or miss. Like, that could be a waste of 3,200 gold, or it could be like game-changing, save the life of a carry, and then he gets a Shrunken off and wins the fight. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. But I definitely think Excellent's in a position to win the game. They just need to play the game well enough to win it. And I don't know if you saw this, but there's 9 Engineer mines on top of that hill. Moon's been leaving those there for quite a while. And it should kill a support hero, but nobody else. Fade might go down to it, but he does have a vestment. Now we'll see if the vestments matter.
What hill are we talking about? I'm sorry, I'm trying to find it. Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here searching around the map frantically, like, wait, what hill? And then sure enough, we see him die right there. So, the mine trap actually is successful. And able to pick off fine. Oh, Loso in the meantime, he's going to be locked down. Barbed Armor's going to go up, but yeah, just too much damage. Master Farms running in. This might not be a fight you're looking to commit to, though. He's going to start falling back. Sheepstick on a rally right there. Zephyr also falling back. And that should be the end. No, the red stuff from Luna with the portal key not in range. Man, if that hits, that could have been devastating. But Zephyr's going to be fine. So yeah, close to maybe losing a couple more casualties. But Lodestone is still dead. He's not buying back.
Yeah, excellent. Or rather, tmsR just needs to force it here. They really should just go straight for the racks, but they're wary of buybacks. And Fade does have one active. Lodestone doesn't, but this is a smart play by tmsR here. Even though they could go for mid at the moment, they don't know if they have buybacks, so they're going to play safe and just get one tower. Although they're actually going to be contested for it. Rally blanks out. They could have probably manned up there, but they're afraid of the buybacks, which makes sense. And you can see that there's vision of a Luna bottom Engineer killing that catapult, and they knew Sandwraith wasn't there, and that Izal was down. So wise decision. They let it. It's denied, but it's a little bit of gold, and gold is better than no gold.
Yeah. Brutalizer, the item of choice this game, apparently. Sandwraith decided to go Brutalizer as well. Interesting.
I just don't. I guess it's for the extra lockdown. I mean, it makes sense. Like, we have been talking about how they lack CC and stuns, but I just don't know if they have. I guess they have enough damage. Honestly, they have plenty of damage. It's not bad. I still think Haxorn's item choice could definitely be better, but yeah, it works, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, I really prefer, like, I just love to see him have like a Diffusal, a Basher, and like half of a Geometers at this point, just because it gives you so much more game control.
Oh, Engineer's in trouble. He got Storm Spirit at first. They sets up the easy lockdown and an easy kill on Engineer. You even see a double damage fade, which wears off right there.
I mean, obviously not going to be useful there, but a Diffusal, it can also remove the Sheepstick now, which we discussed like 20, 30 minutes ago, and they don't really have anything to stop that. They have a lot of push books, but they have no Storm Spirits, no Purges, no big defensive ultimates to speak of. So the Engineer is now dead for 40 seconds, no buyback, but they're going to fight anyway.
Oh yeah, they're going to try to catch him off guard. Master Farms gets caught off guard. He gets bursted down. Fade's going to fall. Glacius goes down, and that was completed 100% by tmsR. Talk about catching them off guard. They did exactly that. And the rest alive for Excellent are going to port away. So who needs Engineer when you initiate first like they did? Holy crap.
Yeah, I don't know who's in-game leading for Excellent, but like Nox was farming off to the side, and they're just blindly pushing bottom. I mean, it was really well played there by TMSM. Not going to take that away from them. Like, Excellent opened a window for that play by playing poorly, but like it's a really ballsy move to just be like, all right, they have token, but or they don't have token, but just fuck it, we're doing it live, and they just go for it, and it works. Rally hits like a 3-man stun, and it really just they were unprepared, and like when you're this close to winning a game, like just don't throw it, like you just can't do stuff like that. But I mean, TMSR just really well done there, and they win the fight. And like, I don't know, like that gives Warbeast his demonic pretty soon. If not, yeah, it's already finished. So like, I don't know, they're looking really good now, and they're gonna need a buyback on MOA, I think. Nope, never mind. They're gonna back.
Yep, gonna fall back.
Like late game, Sandwraith and Warbeast are gonna win the game. Like you can't afford to do stuff like that. And I think right there he just demonstrates how low MOA's survivability is. He's got 13 armor, 5 magic armor, and 1800 HP. He died in the duration of a rally stun.
Yeah. Just to clarify something, chat's pointing it out, and actually it does say, sure enough, in the description about evasion. Evasion properties do not stack, and both Wing Bow and Windshield have the evasion property. So to answer that question, they do not stack. So it makes you look back at the Wing Bow option still a little bit then, if that's the case. So he obviously gets it already from Windshield, so something to keep in mind as far as moving forward. Thanks, chat, for clarifying that. Smartest chat in the world. 3,900 gold now on Zephyr, 3,500 on Master. So that gold is pulling up. Kongor, this is the third Kongor, I believe. Yeah, Moomian places the ward aside in there. So they're going to have that information, and before cleaning out, they start pounding on it. So tmsR, they're going to be ready for this. We'll see. Oh, God, that is dropping so fast, though.
Yeah. I just really hope they man up on it. Like, just go for it.
Yeah.
If you play... Oh, my lord, they're running away.
Yeah,
okay,
they're playing passive. It's
nah.
Kinda. Luna jumps in. She says, screw it. Okay, whoa, deja vu. Smart use of the portal key
Just
right
buying time for Rally to show up,
Yeah.
and they're not forcing it hard enough. Like,
Yeah.
oh, let's kill the wolves again. That worked out so well last time.
It kind of did, to be honest. So, Samurai's in the meantime. Here we go. He's going to pour it in right here. Luna comes in as well. Who's going to get it once again? Bananas on Nox. Master of Arms gets the token. That could be the difference maker again. Rally's going to jump. Master of Arms falls. Low Zone comes in with that Barb Armor, though. In the meantime, Zephyr chasing his own. He gets distracted. He's trying to cut away. Master of Arms comes up and falls down right away. Zephyr's now dropping quickly. Zephyr's being locked down. He uses the bananas that he picked up, but he gets stunned. He's being locked down. Samurai's is being locked in as well, though. He goes down. Master of Arms is staying dead, by the way. He's not buying back. Might not even be necessary. Rally is now trying to survive. He's got a full behemoth heart here, but it's not going to be enough. Meanwhile, down here, another pick happens, actually, and it's just Warbeast and Aluna are going to be the sole survivors here in the end.
I didn't notice the heart, but lord, is that a bad item choice. It does, like, nothing whatsoever for his team. Now they're going to just push mid. MOA did not, but he bought back, but I would have loved to see him just buy back post-haste in, because, like, they can go for the throne here. There's no buyback on Sandwraith right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is game if they play it right.
They're going cutthroat. They're trying to force that third and final game here.
Nah, they've got this.
All right, you see. Red Stun going to come out from Aluna. Yeah.
It's
Very simple. Attack the buildings. If
If
Warbeast
they
runs
commit,
in,
yeah.
shoot him and kill him. Just attack the buildings.
This is going to be really close, but yeah, I think they should definitely have enough right here.
Not the creeps, the buildings.
Hellborn has destroyed a Legion
Over
tower.
what Warbeast saying, we got a man out. There's a sheepstick coming out. He's going to be locked down. Zephyr is low, but so is Warbeast. Warbeast trying to live. He will not live, though. He goes down. Engineer's going to be up at 3. Buyback from Warbeast. This is it, the final stand. Engineer is out. The World Tree's dropping. Engineer needs to get the energy field out. And Kegs, he turns. It's not going to matter. Wow.
Hellborn wins.
What a finish. I'll let Samuel Jackson take over that one. Man, oh man, what a finish there. But in the end, Team Excellent, they do come out on top. And that means we're going to a third game. Hey, it wasn't the prettiest game, but it was definitely a well-played game by both teams. In the end, Excellent is able to pull through. And we definitely had some entertainment in that one. So, well, what that means is we got a game 3 now. So, Swinnemelons, you're going to have to wait one more game now before you guys are going to be matched up against your opponent. You're going to be able to stick around with that said?
Yeah, I mean, no one's around to scrim, so, I mean, we're just waiting for this to end before we can play anyway, so no worries.
Good. All right. Good. All right. Yeah, I mean, any other final thoughts in on this game? I mean,